got bored waiting for that countdown. I'm not the most patient person in the world. How is everybody? I'm not sure how long the stream's going to last. I don't know whether it's the weather or not, but YouTube's being dodgy. It's not my OBS. My OBS is fine, so I don't know what it is. So, can you all hear me alright? See me alright? All that other stuff. I think I'm about 15, 20 minutes, 20 seconds behind at the minute, but it could drop because of the bad signal on YouTube. So, hello Gillian, hello Iwan, hello Joanne. How are you? How are you? How are you? Weather's awful here. I think that's probably got something to do with it. It's absolutely teeming it down. So, not great at all. It's been the same for a few. Has it? Right. I've not watched any lives today, so I don't know. To be honest, I've been playing Sims. It's a bit nerdy, but that's what I do. It's who I am. What can I say? Yeah, so guess what we're talking about? you know, could have something to do with that big word up there. Yeah, if it drops off, it drops off. There's not much I can do about it, really, because it isn't my OBS, it's literally YouTube. And I don't know how to alter the stream settings in YouTube. So, is it not raining there? Absolutely teeming it down. Yeah, really bad. Anyway, can you hear me clearly enough? I just need to plug my tablet in. Do you know, does anybody else have the same problem? Whenever I go to get my tablet, I always pick it up the wrong way and I end up having to turn it round to find the blooming slot. Right. Brilliant. Thank you. See, that's how far I am behind. It's about 20 seconds, I think. Could get worse as it goes on. Cheers. Cheers, cheers. Yeah, I just figured, I'll tell you straight, I don't believe in demons, devils, hell. The way I look at it is because I'm not religious. I used to be religious, but I'm not religious now. For whatever reasons they are my own. But um, I think for the most part, devils, demons, if you look at the other side of it, angels, they all go with religion. So I'd be a bit of a hypocrite if I said I actually believed in demons or devils or, all those things when I'm not religious because they do go hand in hand. But what I mean, I think when you have anything in life, um, you've got to understand that there's good, bad, right, wrong. There's opposites, yin, yang. And that's throughout the whole of our creation. There's always an opposite. It's probably why there's so many sayings like opposite attract, and things like that. Because you can't have one without the other. What theme tune for a TV series, wasn't it? You can't have one without the other. Yeah, anyway. And I think that's kind of it. If you're going to be religious and you're going to be in the Bible, when the Bible tells us about God and angels and, the divine right and all these things, you have to they have to give you the bad side of it as well. Otherwise, you're just going to go, oh, well, it doesn't matter what I do because I'm going to go to this wonderful place they've called heaven anyway. So they had to create a bad side to it, and that's why demons and devils are all to do with religion. The devil was man-made, invented to keep the peasants in their place. Yeah, I agree. But you can't have one without the other. If they're going to create a religion and say that this religion's wonderful and all these marvellous things that go with the religion, like, you know, the afterlife, and you know, you ascend to this marvellous place where everything's good, and cherubs play on clouds and things like that, then, you know, that's all well and good, but if you don't give the other side of it, the anti side of it, if you will, then there's no point. You can go out and murder somebody and it's all right because you're still going to go to heaven because this book, the Bible, told you so. So that's why they had to stick some demons and devils in there. They had to say that you would be punished if you do whatever they considered at the time of writing the Bible were bad things. The Old Testament is. Hi Tree Hugger Paranormal. How are you? Not long time no see. I haven't seen you around. Are you well? Are you staying safe? I hope so. In these crazy times. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. Okie dokie. So, what I did is, they're all lazy, because what I'm thinking about doing is maybe doing a, I do on my channel some tea time quickies, just short videos, usually a minute or two long, with different subjects. And what I'm thinking of doing is doing a series on demons and doing them as tea time quickies once a month, but using different demons, obviously. All the ones I've picked tonight begin with A to talk about. So, oh, good, I'm glad you're good. So, first one. Right, now let's see. I've actually used folders for the first time in OBS, so just bear with me because I've got a few folders in it. Okay, so this is going to be first. How it got over there is beyond me, but anyway, this is going to be the first one that we're doing. As from pronunciation, I didn't know it earlier. It's not actually how it sounds. It's Agorist. That's how you pronounce it. I had to look that up before. I'm just trying to move that into the middle, but it's decided it's not moving. So obviously it's staying there. I don't know why that won't move, but anyway, let it stay there. Oh, it might be because of that. There you go. Yeah. So these, you'll see those symbols at the top. Apparently, see, this is something else I learnt today. All demonic things like that have a symbol. So, which is really strange. I would never have thought that they all had like a symbol. You can't really see it, but it says Agorist around the Agorese. That's going to annoy me. Hiya, Cass. Hello, sweetheart. How you doing? I watched a video the other day. Well, I watched about 10-15 minutes of it, but I couldn't watch much of it because Sierra was jumping up and down on me at the time, wanting Baby Shark on. So, yeah, anyway, so I am kind of organised today. Agorist is most often depicted as a decrepit old man riding a crocodile with a hawk on his arm, because, you know, if you're riding a crocodile, you know, you need that hawk just to set things off. Because, you know, crocodile just isn't good enough by itself. Some people who have supposedly summoned him say that it's not an old man who appears when they've summoned them, but a beautiful young woman. In fact, They are said to be extremely feminine with an angelic look, a fair-skinned blonde with white angel wings. They are also said to be softly spoken and very friendly. Now, you see, this is the thing, isn't it? So you're going to summon a demon, and apparently they're softly spoken and feminine looking, which is not what you expect from a demon whatsoever, is it? But you know, hey ho. I, I just don't get that. But anyway, they're said to be a teacher. They're said to be a teacher of mortals. Um, and what they actually relish teaching is anti manners. So you know, they don't want good manners; they want bad manners. Which is pretty much covers every rude behaviour one can imagine, but especially foul language. My kind of demon. Get in there. They can cause earthquakes, make those who run stand still, and to make runaways return to their homes. Mostly, the voice they're speaking is of common man. They teach every language, they chase off enemies, defend commoners, and can even bring down high-ranking officials who do not dutifully serve their role. They, they are of the order of virtues and govern 31 legions. Ooh. So yeah, that is Agares. They govern 31 legions. That's a fair amount, isn't it, to be governing 31? That's also another picture of them riding the crocodile. I'm not being rude, I'm having to change the pictures. So, yeah. Yeah, earthquakes. I like the one with the teach like anti-manners. So, bad manners. They teach bad manners. Especially foul language. I mean, you can't get better than that, can you? That's kind of my gig. I mean, I've got to say, really strange some of these. I think I did five, I've done five. So, it is pretty cool. And they don't sound bad at the beginning, do they? You think at the beginning they're not sounding too naughty, are they? And then it gets worse as they go along, which amused me. Why 31 legions? Why not 45? Because there's an order, which you'll see when I do the next one. Do you see Solomon's thing? There's an order in his hierarchy where some of the dukes and archdukes of demons are. So it's all about hierarchy and how far up you are up the food chain. So I did actually know that one, Joanne. There you go. It's pecking order. That's what it is. Pure and simple pecking order. Right, the other ones aren't as long as that one. Okay, let me get sorted. There you go. Alices. LOCs. It's the next one. Again, you can see the symbol, the demonic symbol. That I didn't find what that meant, but apparently it is Alice's symbol for whatever. I'm assuming it may have something to do with what they do. Okay. Says, let me put, while I'm doing that, and take that off. There you go. So you can look at it while I'm talking. The demon Alces is a fallen angel and is said to be the 52nd of 72 spirits. There you go, Joanne. Pecking order. 52nd of the 72 spirits of Solomon. A duke in hell, Alcestis appears as a soldier who rides a large horse. His lion face is red with flaming eyes, and he speaks in a loud and hoarse voice. He teaches, now get this, he teaches astronomy and the liberal sciences. And apparently he can give you a familiar that will be of great benefit to you. He rules over 36 legions of demons. He is governed by the angel, and I can't pronounce that, I think it's Imariah. So there you go, another one. He has a few more, so he must be higher up the pecking order than the other one. There you go, that's another picture of him with his red face. I kind of love that he teaches the liberal arts. That amused me when I was reading it. He literally teaches the liberal arts and astronomy. Let's not forget astronomy. He does look kind of cool though. I mean, let's be honest. Would you believe that they're teaching astronomy and liberal arts? You know, and the other one stuck up for commoners. You can kind of see why some people want to believe in a demonic force, can't you? Because they're when I'm reading these, they're not sounding so bad, are they? It's like they're not like fire and brimstone and blood and damnation, and we're going to come in. We're going to come around yours and possess you. They don't sound it, do they? So you can imagine, like, if people are reading these, and a lot of these are from books on demonology and demons, you know, like, not modern ones, old ones. And so going back, so if people are reading these books and getting their hands on them, they're thinking, he doesn't sound so bad. And then they find a grimoire and it's got a summoning spell. You can see how easily these things come about of belief, can't you? How easy it is to track a belief. Yep, that's right. It's kind of like how some people may, Manon included, thought the Cray twins were lovely boys. Yep. Common people, you see, they were Jack the lads. They were looked after their own, unless you did them wrong. If you did them wrong, then God forbid. But people thought they were nice if you stayed on the right side of them. But if you got on the wrong side of the craze, yep, that's a good point, Cass. Yeah, very true. Suppose they can when you look at it like that. You know, it's like I said, I'm not a big believer in demons, or well, I'm not a believer in them. Too much religious based for me. You know. Okay, here we go. I have no clue at all how to pronounce this next one, and I meant to look it up. So I'm gonna just say Amdustius, Amdustius, something like that. You know, you can do it yourself. Why all these have changed is beyond me. Unlock that. Oh, that's no good. Get back. There you go. They've all just jumped out of positions when I set them up. Them groups are crap. I'm just here. Just yes. I think all the good beliefs are like that though. Yeah, like God and Jesus. Fairy tale. Yeah. I mean, have you ever read the original Grimm fairy tales? They're violent, bloodthirsty things. They really are. I mean, you wouldn't want to read a grim fairy tale in its proper form to a child. You just wouldn't. Okay. Let's put that on and take that off. Why is that done that? There you go. This has just decided it's going to do everything it wants. Right. uh, okay. Do you know, they've just disappeared, those pictures. That's what's happened. Well, you're not having pictures of him apparently because they've just disappeared. It's showing it as there when I'm using my thing, but it's not coming up. So apparently you're not having them. Let me go out of it and come back in and see if it wants to show them. Nope. It'll show them all as a group apparently, but not as individuals. Or what are you going to do? Well, it's group them together like that. Anyway, that's him. Let's read the writing. Forget that. Amdusias is said to be the 67th spirit. He is the Duke, great and strong, appearing at first like a unicorn, but at the request of the exorcist, he standeth before him in human shape. So if the exorcist says, right, come on, I want you in human form, apparently he will change to human form if commanded by him, by an exorcist. If asked, he can give a musical concert causing trumpets and all manner of musical instruments to be heard but not seen. Also, he can cause trees to bend and incline according to the exorcist's will. He can give you excellent familiars. Either one could just give you good ones. He can give you excellent, and he governs 29 legions of spirits. Not demons, spirits. So I wonder if they're all the bad ones. The bad spirits. Tell you what gets it. You can have a musical concert. If you summon that demon, you can have a musical concert. I mean, how cool is that? If you summon that demon, you've got it going on. It just amused the crap out of me when I seen that. It's like, yep. You too can have a musical concert. Well, there you go. It's decided it's let me split them now. Bit late now, but yeah. Solomon's Keys, yeah. Not all of it though. I've just been like looking around. But that picture on the right, it's a bit creepy, that one. Yes. Not exactly because they like the Bible, just stories to one. Yeah. But you can't tell them to your kids though, because them stories are scary as crap, some of them. There you go. So, try that. Again, why it's decided it's going over there is beyond me. There you go. I'm on. He's off for summoning a demon then. I'll get the candles. So funny. Dear. Now you see, this is the thing. I wouldn't ever mess with it really, because I know it sounds stupid because I don't actually believe it. But what if I'm wrong? And isn't that like the whole thing. It doesn't matter whether I believe, if I don't believe, I could be wrong. And when you're messing with things that could be as bad as demons, if they're real, you don't want to do that, really, do you? You don't want to be wrong in that situation. Let's be honest. Okay, so there you go. How cute's that? You see, they're not going to let me separate them again. There you go. We'll put that one up. It's nicer anyway. The demon Ammon is a fallen angel and seventh of the 72. Ooh, he's high up, isn't he? Seventh of the 72 spirits of Solomon. Ammon is a powerful marquis of hell who is said to rule 40 legions of devils. Devils, not demons or spirits, devils. He appears as a wolf with a serpent's tail and breathes flames of fire. When he appears in his human form, he has dog teeth and a head like a raven. He actually tells the past and the future, so handy. He can make men and women fall in love. There you go. He's not a bad lad. He's all for the love. But he's very good also at settling disputes between friends and enemies. Doesn't tell you how he settles those disputes, because I mean, if he goes around killing them to settle that dispute, that's not good, is it? But, you know, it doesn't say that. It just says settles disputes. But you really wouldn't want him settling it with his sword, would you? Yeah, exactly, Joanne. You just don't want to mess with it, just in case. Yeah, it's a bit of a combination, that, isn't it? Mind you, first one rode a crocodile and carried a hawk, because, you know, everybody knows that you need a hawk to set off the fucking crocodile. Yeah, he's apparently he's a bit of a matchmaker. He's in it for the love. And he's a referee in the middle of arguments, apparently, too. He's very good at settling them. But like I said, how does he settle them? That's a problem. It's all about the love. You know, I won't be using those groups again. I think I'll just leave them in me. I think every one of them's moved. See, she's reading notes, but I'm trying to do this by heart. Well, of course I'm reading notes. I'm doing a live. You've got to have your notes. And I'm not an expert on demons. I just want to look at it. I just, you know, find things interesting, so I do it. I'm not a believer in demons. I do things because other people might be interested in them and might believe in them. Not for me. I run a YouTube channel. There's 72. I know that. I read that much today. Okay. Onwards and upwards. Andraz. That's who we're doing next. Oh, right, okay. Right, sorry, I was just, that's not all freaky at all. I'll put both of his pictures up, save me coming back in and forward. The demon Andras is a fallen angel and 63rd of the 72 spirits of Solomon. Andras is another great marquis who rules 30 legions. He appears in the form of an angel with the head of a raven or sometimes a wooden owl head. Right, okay. Why would he appear as a raven head sometimes and an owl head other times? You see, this is the thing. I mean, they must have had some really good drugs back when they were writing these, like, demonology books or however you want to put it, because that's some crazy stuff right there, isn't it? Uh, he rides a black wolf, of course he does. Why wouldn't he? And carries a sword. Best watch the wolf with that one. Creates discord and kills those who are not careful or wary. So apparently, if you're going through your life all lackadaisical and not giving a monkeys who you hate when you hate them, and just breezing through life, not being careful what you do, Andraz, off with your head apparently, including any and all members of a household. He teaches people how to kill their enemies. See, he's not so nice. This one's not so nice. The rest of them all had a bit of a redeeming quality. Andros isn't that great, is he? Teaches you how to kill your enemies, though. So, I mean, it's not all bad. So, yeah. And, I mean, you can see him there. He's got a raven head, and I did find one with an owl as well. In a hole with an owl. Sorry, Pasha. Um, but yeah, looks a bit big for that wolf though, doesn't he? On the right. Have you not got any virtue, Joanne? Bless. Yeah, I mean, you've got to wonder what they were on when they were writing all these, though, haven't you? They had to make them scary, I think. When I mean, like I said, there's no point in believing in the good as in the Bible or Christianity or Judaism or you know other religions unless you've got the bad. Because if you've no punishment, then you just go out and create havoc, can't you? It's like I did Alive on the word evil. It's only ever I trace that right back to like Sumerian and Mesopotamia and things like that. And even back then, before any organised religion like we've got now, the word was always in association with spiritual leaders. So it's always been associated with religion, the word evil as well. It's crazy. And it's only to keep you in control, to keep them in control of the masses. That's all it is, in my opinion, obviously. I know some people are religious and they find comfort in it, which is fair enough. I used to, but I don't any longer. So, just let me sort this out. There we go. Off with the heads. So, who believes in demons? In chat. Do you believe they're just a construct to equal out religion? Because otherwise, we'd still be going out doing what we want and still thinking we can get into heaven. Do you think it's a control structure, which is what I think it is? Don't get me wrong, I think there's bad, nasty spirits, entities, ghosts, whatever, however you want to put it, but I believe those people were bad in life and didn't just suddenly turn to the dark side of the force when they died. I know that, and you knew. No, I didn't. I just think that they're there to control us. When you talk about possession, think of it like this: they didn't know back when they wrote the Bible. They've seen people having seizures, fits, suffering mental illness, having genetic illnesses. I mean, they used to inbreed a lot, so there are a lot of like genetic diseases and illnesses back then. So you can imagine when all this was going on, they thought that was evil because, you know, they didn't know it wasn't normal. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you write the Bible, it's very easy to turn around and talk about possession, and they can say, "Oh, look, they're possessed. Somebody who suffers with epilepsy," you know, and it gives them a target. And I think that's what happened. I think they chose the people who were less fortunate as a target, so that their purity in religion can have the opposite, and then people will follow that religion. Because you don't want to end up like Job Logs down the road. He's possessed. A demon's took over his body, and he's not. He's just having a seizure, or he's got some kind of illness. But you know, it keeps control of them because no, we don't want to suffer with that. We don't want to have that. So of course we're going to be good and walk the right path. Otherwise, that could happen to us. Yeah, very true. I've never believed in specific religion, though. I'd say I'm a spiritualist or Wicca, maybe, but I don't follow one specifically. But I did find myself praying when I was near death. I just don't know who to. Yeah, yeah, I get what you mean. It's amazing how many people turn to God, isn't it? In those kind of situations, not wrong. It's not wrong to look for comfort in something. I mean, for me, it doesn't work now, you know, and it used to, but it doesn't now. But it's not wrong to look for comfort in something. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but that's not always the case, is it? I mean, you look at some of the cases in the past where you see it starts. What they say is it starts off with oppression, but to me that's just a cop out saying that, you know. Oh yeah, they felt a bit funny for a bit before. Well, I mean, if you suffer with any kind of mental illness, it doesn't just hit you one day and go one bam, thank you, ma'am. It can take a long time to manifest this mental illness. The same with epilepsy and other forms. You know, they don't just hit us one day. You know, and this is where they get the oppression from before the possession, and then when it kicks in, and whether it's epilepsy, mental illness, or genetic disease, or whatever it is, when it kicks in full time, they'll go, "See, look, they're possessed," and they're not. You see, there's always two ways to look at everything. If you believe in it, then you're going to want to believe it's demons, or the devil, or hell, or what have you. If you don't, there's a rational explanation to see it from the other side as well. But I'm not here to turn you against religion. These are my views before people jump on me. You can all believe what you want if it gives you comfort. One of my best friends growing up, and like even after he became ordained, was is a priest. He was always very religious. My auntie, well, my great aunt, was a nun. And the patron saint of her convent was Mary Louise, which is my proper name. And she was my great aunt. She was a nurse in World War II when she was a novice nun, and she was only 17 or something, and then she stayed in France for many years, and she had when she moved back to England, she had a French accent. So we used to go and visit her once a month at the convent for Sunday like evening tea kind of thing, and like I used to go, she'd go, "Ah, Marie Louise, you have come to visit me," and she used to go to all the nuns like all the other nuns. "Ah, she will be a nun like me. She will be a nun like me." And all my lot were laughing behind, going, "Yeah, well, there's none wanted." Yeah, but it has. If you just told them it was water, or if you just slipped it in a fizzy drink, they wouldn't even know. Whack a bit of cordial in it. It's all symbolism, and when when you taught something often enough, it's like hysteria, isn't it? When one person says it, then another person says it, and another person says it, because they've had that original person who just happened to have some kind of reaction that day to it. It happens. I was never allergic to strawberries, and then one day I was. I was never allergic to walnuts, and then one day I was. You know, not being funny, if they've gone in as well and nicked the holy water from either on the way into church or the font. I mean, how many people have dipped their fingers in that? A baby's been ducked in it. Not surprised they have a reaction. Yeah, I'm with you, Cat, on this, got to say. I don't think we need to believe in demons, to be perfectly honest with you. We've got, like, Ted Bundy over there and Harold Shipman and, Boston Strangler. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not being funny. There's a lot of people out there get a lot of lust. They're not all possessed by him, are they? Let's be fair at the situation. If he were that good at his job, because a lot of people have a lot of lust. I mean, it'd go down a storm in the adult clubs, wouldn't it? Who hanky panky spank me. Eve, do you have Skype? I'm going to. I might do a live on Sunday if you want to come on with me, and you can give me your side of it because I know you. You know me, I'm fair, but I want to do it through OBS, so I'd need you to have Skype, and we'd have to mess about with it and practice first. But I'm all for rebuttal. I'm all fair in that score, just because I'm a cynical bag. Listen, I've drunk it. If it didn't set me on fire, Joanne, it's not going to set anybody on fire. It's not going to. If it didn't make me sick, I've necked holy water. Telling you, did nothing to me. And I worry when I walk up an aisle of a church that it's not burning behind me. Do you know, the thing is, with Christianity, especially Catholicism, they don't believe in ghosts and spirits. This is why demons are so prevalent in Christianity. Is because in the Bible it says that any spirit is a demon or a devil. They don't believe in people and an afterlife that isn't heaven. So, just in case, because let's, in my opinion, it was just a book wrote by a load of men, the Bible, to keep people in control of people. So, if there isn't if there isn't an afterlife, because they say there isn't one in the Bible, and it's only heaven, you have to say that any spirits are demons and evil and, bad. And that's Christianity. It's actually in the Bible that it says that anything that it isn't a ghost of your loved one, it's a demon pretending to be, because there is no ghosts of loved ones. Holy water's blessed by a priest. I know enough of that. I've done my oils on Easter, done my ashes on Good Friday, on Ash Wednesday. For many, done my confessions. They were always entertaining. I think I'm the only person in the Catholic Church who's a priest had to, because like you can have a private one, you put the little curtain over. I was. The priest actually came out after my confession. He said, "I'm really sorry." He said, "I know you wanted a private confession, but I just had to see you give me that confession." He was crying, laughing. I made the priest cry laughing, and he came out. He's still giving penance though. I bet they don't want that, Cass. I get loads of lime scale. Hey Mark, how are you, honey? Are you alright? Still safe and well, I hope. Listen, these are only my opinions. But if you want to come on, you want, and show us the other side, show us the darker side of the force, you can do. We'll do a stream Sunday or something. I was brought up Roman Catholic. Listen, the priest used to come for tea at our house. My mum's an Irish Catholic. You don't get much more Catholic than the Irish, apart from the ones who live in Rome. I'm okay, Mark. It's just a bit crowded in house. People are doing me head in. And I'm an agoraphobic because I can't be dealing with people, and yet now everybody's stuck in here with me. So it's doing me head in. Of course, Cass, at the end of the day, we don't know. We're speculating because we're not dead. It's that simple. It's literally that simple. Anybody who tells you they've got 100% proof of the paranormal are lying. They might have evidence that, you can look at and think, oh, wow, that's really good. But they have no proof because there isn't any. Because we're not dead and, we don't know. Well, they said familiars. So they did say the demons, some of them can give you familiars. So if they're giving you familiars, I'm assuming there's some type of animal that helps you do your whatever. um, One said they give you, yeah, a couple did. One said they give you good familiars, and another one said they give you excellent ones. So just bear with me. Let's see who dishes out the excellent ones. What was he called? Uh, Excellent. Oh, it's that. I'm just. I'm Dusius. I'm Dusius. I'm Dusius. He gives excellent ones, and you can also have a concert. So if you want some easy listening and an excellent familiar, he's the one to summon. He does concerts for you as well. Can't see them, but you can hear a concert. Every musical instrument. So that's nice. Yeah. Well, Animal, yeah. Yeah. I don't sign contracts. Verbal. Either. Well, nothing's free in this life, Joanne. Whether I suppose if you believe demons are even real, nothing's free in this life. So it's just what is control at the end of the day. We're all stuck in our houses now because our governments told us that we had to, and we're all doing it. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying it's a form of control. I mean that session that I did the other day. I think most of you have seen it on here. That was just crazy silly. Absolutely crazy silly. I mean, lost in hell. And then they started talking about kidnapping and killing in a little garden. I mean, what did it say about my dad? Uh, lost in it was. Oh, I can't remember what it said now off my head. But that was really crazy. The stuff it said in that session just went totally dark for that section. I mean, what were it? Killing in a little garden, kidnapping, took them to a little garden, and then it said like they all died or something like that. I was like, what? When I was listening back to it, I was like, no, it can't say that. I must have listened to it 100 times. I was like, no. The thing is, I do these manual sessions, right? And like, not a lot of people do manual sessions, although I have seen a lot more people doing them as of late. But I do them because I've always got good contact through them. And I don't get one words, I get sentences. They're literally full sentences, not 3 words, full sentences. Yeah, no prenup for me. Yep, I saw that. It was a cool session, Joanne. It really was a cool session. It was full of sentences. I mean, when I asked about whether Michaela's, my grandchild, whether she was going to have a girl or a boy, and it said the babies will live, girl, and then it said something else about the birth when the birth is due or something like that, and I'm like, what? I mean, what are the chances that they're talking about babies and birth at that exact moment I'm doing that session? It was crazy, absolutely crazy. Yeah, it was good because of the sentences, but I do get a lot of sentences anyway. Not just, 2 or 3 words or 1 word or what have you. I suppose I'm lucky, really. Yeah. And it said Mary Lou. Now, I hear Mags a lot, which is my nickname. I hear Mags an awful lot. Glenn gets mags come through. Zara's had mags. A lot of people have had mags come through when they've done a session. They very, 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 very rarely say Mary Lou. And it says, what did it say? You love us, Mary Lou, or you love me, Mary Lou, or something like that. I was like, whoa. Because it hardly ever, to me, that was really good because they very rarely say Mary Lou. And it's not an easy, and in England, Mary Lou, just for context, is a rare name. I've never met another Mary Lou. I've never seen another Mary Lou. You know, if you actually type my full name in on Facebook, I'm the only one with my first and last name, surname. You know, and it's in England, Mary Lou is not a common name. Maggot, yeah, that's where Mags comes from. It's just not a common name. What do you want, darling? There you go. You're welcome. Yeah, it's just not a common name. So it's very rare, unless they were playing, you know, Hello Mary Lou on the radio. It didn't sound like that though. But, you know. You might have had something they've just not picked up that it was for you. You see, that's the difference. I mean, my spirits like to shout out Claire. I'll not tell you what Chloe said then. Let's just say it was a scene from The Exorcist about what your mother does in hell. Yeah, I get Glenn a lot, and Zara occasionally, and Claire a lot. You know, yeah. So, especially in this country, in America, it's not an uncommon name. It's not common, but it's not uncommon either. Ricky Nelson was a song, Mark, I think. Yeah, and my name's actually Mary Louise. It comes from, but I've never been called Mary Louise. It's always been Mary Lou. I was never going to be Mary because my mother's Mary. So, are you convinced there's demons, or are you convinced there isn't? Because those demons, apart from the last one, they didn't actually seem really bad, did they? That's how they draw you in. They draw you in by not seeming too naughty. I think what Rick Casso said earlier, though, good and bad in everything, and this so is good and bad in everything. Mm. Cassandra Faye. That's a nice name. That's a nice name. I like that name. I remember when our Chloe was doing a confirmation, and we have to take a confirmation name, you know, in the Catholic Church. Not that I follow it, but you know. Now, so when she did a confirmation, Pope Francis had just come. So she took Francis. And I said, it's alright, old girl's name. I said, this or man's name. But she wanted to be Francis. So that's Chloe's confirmation name, Francis. You see, but the other side of that, look at it like this. When they say the demons, Are they? Or are they just are they just naughty spirits? Sorry, the cat just popped her head up over my laptop. Or are they just naughty spirits that want you to believe they're far worse than they actually are? Because that happens too, you know? I was talking to Gillian the other day about the stuff that were in my session, and we were saying that's actually what it is, um, because we don't know. Do you know what I mean? We don't know if it's just naughty spirits saying these things as well. Uh, I've also done some pretty fucked up things. Yeah, haven't we all? Cass, nobody lives a perfect life. Nobody. Oh God, the young ones. Usually as a result of my mental. Yeah. Same with me. Like, because my mental health, I've done some crazy batshit stuff. Honestly. Really have. No. Say hello. Sorry. She was like right behind the camera just staring at me. Speak. God, I've not watched Young Ones for years. What were they called? Neil, Vivian. What were the others called? Can't remember. Uh, oh my God. Come on, you'll know in chat. Fill me in. Can't think what they are. I don't think any of us are perfect though, Cash, you know. I don't even try. I say this all the time, my other half's total atheist. He really is. Total atheist. And just thinks when you're dead, that's it. Your eyes shut, bang on. Rick. Uh-huh. Oh, people are always going to troll. Cass, just do what you want. And I know that sounds like easier said than done if people are at you, but block them, jog on. I've just no time for idiots. I haven't. Just block them and jog on. You see, I don't care whether they believe me or whether they don't. They don't have to. I never claim that what I'm getting is actual spirit communication. You know, I do the spirit box, but I mean, I only ever put what I hear. That doesn't mean that's actually what's being said. It's what I hear. You know, somebody else could hear something different. You know, are we talking to spirits? That's what I guess. Does that mean I am? Not even. None of us know because we're not dead. You know, what we think of spirits could be, I don't know, dimensional thing, could be part of a multiverse or, you know, cracking fucking space time or something. Mike, Mike. Mike was the little one, weren't he? Rigsby. Oh, what was that? Rigsby. Well, lived it flat, weren't he? Was that not that? Rigsby, where he lived it flat with him in porridge. Can't think. Hmm. Can't think what that was called. Oh, it's going to drive me batty. Do you know you can like kind of picture it, but it's just not coming? Rising Damp. Yes, that's it. Can see it, just couldn't think of name. Could you imagine half those shows that we watched in like 70s, early 80s? Could you imagine them being on TV now with all the PC and the walk and everything? You just couldn't. They couldn't play half of them because of the situation as it is now, could they? Weren't he in another one, Reginald? Something or other. Same fella who was in Rising Damp. Can't think. Reginald something, I'm sure. With the life and death of Reginald something or somebody or other. Mm. Yeah, that's not coming to me either. Yeah, not politically correct at all, but you just couldn't get away with it. I've been, I don't know whether any of you like him, but Ricky Gervais has been doing like videos while he's been stuck at home. Some of them have been hilarious because he hates PC stuff, so he's been laying into a lot of people, which has been amusing. It was Chloe who came in just before. I had the red salt up here. I love red salt on my chips. I had chicken pie and chips for my tea. It were nice and gravy. And I had the red salt and Chloe wanted it. If you've not had red salt on your chips, you're missing out. It's lush. Didn't he, Rick Mail? Were it Rick Mail who died on ATV, an all train vehicle thing? You know, did he not die in on one of them? Mm. It's nice, and it Cass? Red salt. I can't remember if it was him. I don't know whether he died in it, but did he have a serious accident on one? Because Ozzy Osbourne did as well. Oh, yeah, he is good at it. I don't think he's doing it anymore. He's done it a few times. Um, it was the Golden Globes, weren't it? Not Grammys, Golden Globes that he did. Cool. Yeah, he lets them actors have it. Hi, sweetie. Are you getting up? Are you coming up? Do you know how tiny? You see, my cats aren't overly big. And we've got Chloe's cat staying with us. Now, my cats are full grown, and Chloe's cats are coming up for 7 months, 8 months old. And they're the same size, if not a tad bigger, than Hallie, one of my cats. She's only, she's like the 60s, like, don't care, like, make love not war cat. She wants kisses all the time. She's, dead soft and soppy. You can just imagine her driving through Paris with the wind in her hair, riding a moped. Come here. Say hi. What you doing? Oh, that's a beautiful kiss. Thank you. Did you get kisses? There you go. Yeah. Now our cats have got the same mum as Chloe's cats, but the dad must have been tiny. The mum's a ragdoll. Look, yeah. You're so pretty. You're only a tiny kitty though, aren't you? You're only a little girl. Sat on my knee now. Oh, she's wanting to know what loves her now. You just can't see her. Oh, baby girl. She's so pretty. You're so pretty. Sis. Oh, you're so pretty. Is that? No, she's buggered off now. So, how's everybody doing being stuck in? Has anybody gone stir crazy yet? I said to Gillian before, I'm more surprised that nobody's gone on a mass murder spree, spree killing, like, because they can't cope anymore with staying in. I've seen some people like that they've said have committed suicide, but would they have done that anyway? When people are mentally ill, But it's hard being cooped up. I mean, it's not for me because I'm agoraphobic, but it's hard for me because other people are actually stuck in with me now, and I have like 19-month-old in with me who wakes me up in the morning, pulling me out, going, "None, none." Yeah, it very well can. I don't know. It's hard work, isn't it? It's not that. It's like there's no end in sight, is there? They're not giving days or expected times, or to be honest with you, you wouldn't think there were lockdown. Cars are up and down my road constantly. No worry, Mark. It is stressing everyone out now. I can't remember. I shouted at Rob for something the other night, other day, and it was like just real minor that wouldn't normally bug me. But at that moment in time, it was the worst thing in the world. Yeah, well, I'm not used to being out. I'm used to being in, but it's just I'm not used to having everybody else in all the time. I'm not getting any peace. I don't do a lot of people or people around me on a constant basis, hence I'm agoraphobic. And that's what I've been dealt with. Yeah. I didn't actually check today in England the numbers. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, jumped up again. 6,000 lab confirmed cases today. 6,032 and 674 deaths associated with COVID. Jumped right up by like 2,000 today, that. It's because people are just going out now. They're not staying in anymore. You know, they've just decided, sod it, I'm going out. And that, you know, it's like crazy. They're literally just thinking, oh, it'll be alright. Been in long enough now. I think that went off for a second then, didn't it? But yeah. Oh. Yeah. It's hard, isn't it, when you're used to just like having contact. Never slowed down here, Cass. Really, you would never think we had a lockdown. I am on a busy-ish road though. I mean, it's like a cut through from one road that where it leads off from the motorway to go on the motorway at the other side of the city. It's like a cut through. I mean, Rob said everybody's going to get it eventually. He said that's the only way, really, to become immune to it. He said, and a lot of places, why they're just letting them out is because, you know, if you're going to survive it, you're going to survive it. Anyway, I mean, it's going to come back again. It's going to be like a flu or a virus. Like a flu. Well, it's like a cold more than a flu. And no cure for a cold. It is. Yeah, I don't like outside, but I don't like people either. A lot of people I can't be doing with it. People in my space. I mean, I said, you know, they'll get a vaccine, and Rob went, they won't. He said, because they can't vaccinate a cold. He said, and it's more like a cold than a flu. Really? Cass, I didn't know that. I mean, I see groups of people. When were we last live? I did a live for it weekend. I'm not sure. Groups of people stood outside all singing and shouting. There were no police pulling up, telling them off. You know, and what's the point in having these things if they're not going to enforce them? I mean, this road's busy as anything, cars constantly up, down, up, down, up, down. I don't, I'm not a hugger. Gotta be honest, I'm not a hugger. People go to hug me, I'm like, no, let's not do that. You have germs. I don't want them. It's part of my OCD that though. It's like, no, we don't do that. This is my space. And that's yours. You stay there, I'll stay here, and we'll nod politely at each other. Yeah, she did. I don't know where she gets it from, Joanne. Yeah, that's why they want to stay in lockdown here, and I can understand that. But people aren't following it. silly. Just looking, how long have I been alive for? 10 minutes, I think, and then yeah, nearly an hour and a half. 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna be off ski. Yeah, I'm not a hugger. I when my OCD used to be really really bad, I literally could picture people with germs on them, and if I looked at my hand, it was like having little like black dots over my hands, and I used to think they were germs, so I'd scrub me, scrub, and I'd scrub the skin off my hands, you know. So, and I couldn't touch a handle. I used to go around trying to open doors with elbows and feet, and I couldn't touch things with my hands. It was really bad, really bad. I couldn't have a can of pop from a shop without scrubbing it first and cleaning it all, and it got it was really bad at one point. 2 minutes. Hey, so do you want to be my gang, my gang? This is my familiar. Are you, baby? Are you mummy's familiar? Are you? Are you my baby? Are you? Thank you. they're trying. They're trying to correct your nasty ways, there, Cass. You will not say SH1T. I say shite, because shite isn't swearing. Say shite. Put an E on the end of it. It's all good. Apart from Chloe, Sierra came in today. Oh, she must have took them out again. And she had some a stethoscope, a little kid's stethoscope. But because she's got curly-ish hair, because she's mixed race, so she's got curly hair. So she tried to put this stethoscope either on or pull it off. I'm not sure which, and it had knotted in her hair. And she come walking into me, and she went, "Nan, Nan," and this stethoscope's dangling off her hair in front of her, like it's like dangling down, swinging back and forth when she's toddling in. Well, I took to laughing, so I had to unhook it, and unknot it from her hair. And like I went, "Yeah," and I went to give it her back, and she went, "No, Nan." And she does that at me. She points her finger at me. So I put it on bed, and after about 30 seconds, she must have forgot the trauma of having it stuck in her hair. And she went to put it back on again. So she put it back on again, and it got stuck in her hair again. And she went, "Oh, shite, Nana." I went, "Oi!" I really do, really, really do have to watch what I say in front of her now, because she's like 19, 20 months, and she's like wicked. Everything I say. I said boobies the other day. She went boobies. It's like, oh God. Hi Rosie, how are you? Hello Rainbow Supernatural Paranormal. How are you? I'm nearly finished now. I'm going in a second. Just popped in a little too late, I'm afraid. Yeah, so from now on I have to really watch what I'm saying in front of her, because she's already come out with an F bomb. Although she didn't quite manage the F, it was the hook. I hope you're both staying safe. Rosie, and Rainbow. I so wanted to say Jim then. Can remember that kids program, Rosie and Jim, Rosie and Jim. Yeah, 5 minutes, and yeah, I'm gonna be on for another 5 minutes or so. We're just chilling now. I've done the demons. That picture you see on the right hand side of your stream, that was just me in the morning. You know, let's have a look. Uh, I've asked him if he wants to. We'll sort it out whenever he's free. I'm free. Go on, Joanne. What's that from? Oh, Cass might know that one as well. That catchphrase. I'm free. You can debate me. Ape, you can. Just because I don't believe in demons and devils doesn't mean that other people don't have the right to believe in them. And it also doesn't mean that I'm right. It's just what I think. I do believe there's two sides to everything, and I think we should show that. I'm not one of those people who think I'm right on a constant basis. I don't. I can tell you what I think. Does it mean I'm right? No. Does it shit? It means it's what I think. Are you being served? There you go. And can you remember what they were called? It was called the Something Brothers. I know what it is. And the only reason I know what it is because me and Glenn were talking about it the other day. Can you remember what the store was called? It was Something Brothers. That's the truth, Cass. When we were pushing up daisies, or rashes, or spread to the winds, then we'll know. Or not if there's nothing. And we've all just been deluding ourselves. You're more than welcome. If you've subscribed, you'll know I'm trying to convince unpronounceable names to come on with me on Sunday. He's very knowledgeable in demonology. You see, I'm not a believer. I do things because they interest me. I don't. If you've not watched me before, I'm very liberal in my views on the paranormal. I believe two sides to every story kind of thing. I'm very skeptical, but does that mean I'm right? Not always, you know. It was the Grace Brothers, Joanne. Grace Brothers. So, if you've subbed or what have you, I'll be live again soon. Hopefully, I can get unpronounceable names on with me because he is really knowledgeable in this kind of thing. No, I'm lying, Ewan. Joanne, have you ever had your runes read by him? It's really good, unless you're Claire. But yeah, really good. Get your runes read. God, isn't it crazy? I don't know your name, Rainbow Supernatural. I mean, you might not want to give it me. Crazy times we're living at the minute. My husband works for the local government. He's cleaner. Well, it's not my husband either. He's my other half. And they've been said they're not working at the minute. He works at our town hall, and they're not in at the minute. But they've said when they do, they'll be the first in and do a deep clean on it before, with all the kit and caboodle on, before they'll let all the other staff in. Crazy. I am soon. I'm just a nagger. More supernatural. I say yeah, I'm going, and then I'll think of something else to talk about. I've said, I think before today, I've said I'm going after an hour, and like another hour and a half later, I'm still talking. So crazy times they are. Absolutely silly as well in a lot of ways because people are always listening, and all that panic buying that drove me mental. The panic buying of toilet roll. There was absolutely no correlation between the coronavirus and toilet roll. Absolutely stupid. I still laugh at that because I could go. Well, I can't go to my corner shop because I'm agoraphobic, but my other half could walk 50 yards to our corner shop, if that, and get toilet roll, and has been able to do it all the way through being in lockdown. I tell you what I saw, Cass. I saw. Um, Now whether it was true or not, I don't know because people put up crap, don't they, all over Facebook. But um, it was one of the councils somewhere in England was taking pictures after the first 2 weeks and 3 weeks of lockdown and all the wasted food that was thrown away because they'd gone out and panic bought and they'd bought fresh food stuff, and instead of sticking it in the freezer, they'd piled it all in the fridge and hoarded everything, and people were chucking out hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds worth of fresh meats and veg and things like that. Total waste. Mags. Rainbow Supernatural Mags. Everybody calls me Mags. My nickname. uh, I don't think we're back in the office anytime soon. Rob's not thinking it either. Yeah. Well, Rob's the same where he cleans. I mean, he literally cleans our town hall, and it's massive. It's Lancashire County Council, so it covers the whole of Lancashire. So you can imagine the size of the place. So it's got like parks and rec and roads and travel and you know social services. It's got everything in that building. It takes up a big chunk of land, and it's like he was very lucky because he's only casual because he only does because he's my carer. He only does an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours of an evening, and he's on a casual. He's not got a contract, but because he's been casual for like 4 years working there, they paid him. They didn't have to, but they said they'll pay him because he goes in every day. He works the same hours as the people who are on a contract, but he's the only casual worker there. So they said they'd pay him. So we were really lucky with them doing that. I don't think I knew it was coming in January. I was already well stocked up. What I needed. We always buy toilet roll for the month anyway. you know, we buy our freezer food monthly. It's only and we get our toiletries monthly and things like that anyway. So it's only like fruit and veg and things like that we'll buy more often. Fresh. Like sandwich meats and things like that. Uh, I want to go back to the Tina's karaoke program. I participate on a Wednesdays when I miss that group of fun. Sounds cool, that. I'd be there. I'm not. I don't know. I'm not a senior. I'm 48, but I'm getting there. But I look alright for 48, I think. Yeah, people are still like being hungry. See, that's the thing. When people are on benefits, they only get paid like fortnightly and things like that, and they can't afford to go out and stockpile. A lot of people buy the food day to day on a budget, because they can't afford to go out and get, because they don't know whether something's going to crop up that they need to pay, when you're on benefits and things like that. And it's hard for a lot of people. So all those people that was going panic buying all the toilet rolls and all the food, those poor people who are on benefits and can't afford to do that, it's a shame. They literally made people hungry because they went out in a panic. They did. I just, all I can think about now, because I seen the toilet rolls and I seen the 39. It was 39 rolls of toilet roll. 39 rolls of toilet roll. I'll sell you a sheet for a fiver. 39.99 rolls of toilet roll. Sorry, I'm amusing myself. We laughed, hee hee hee. Crazy times. Let's have a cat interlude. Hi, baby. Where's my girl? Are you my familiar? Oh, yeah. Are you my familiar? Are you a pretty girl? It's time for a cat break. Did love the old lady dashing the guy. Yeah, that was a perfect little video thing that way, a little gif. Little Miss Prepared. Ah. We tend to, like I said, get our frozen stuff in monthly and, toiletries and things like that. I was looking at, I had a stockpile of washing up liquid. And the washing up liquid is not a deal washing up liquid, buy it from Lidl. And it just so happens to be antibacterial. So all those people who were going out buying antibac hand washes, my washing up liquid was antibac. And I had like 5 bottles of it. It's only something like 60p in Lidl or something. I don't drink a lot of tea, but I like PG tea. I'm not keen on Tetley, but I like PG. And I tell you what, years and years ago, and I don't know whether it still is, I don't shop at Morrison's. Like, if we go to a supermarket, it's Sainsbury's because it's near us, but we tend to shop at Lidl and Aldi. Um, but, like, years, my mum always shopped at Morrison's, and they used to do where the raw tea was the red label tea. And that was really nice. Morrison's red label tea. That was alright, that. I nearly cried. Rob went to Lidl the other day and they had no potato salad. They do it in like the fromage frais potato salad. Oh, it's really nice with chives. I can just eat the whole tub. It's a big tub as well, and I could just eat it. Right, anyway. Guys and dolls, I'm going to get going. Then I can get the computer off the bed, get the cat off the bed, and feed them, all four of them, because I've got my two and two refugees, which are Chloe's cats. Because when the lockdown happened, Chloe said she was coming here for the lockdown. She has her own house, but she's coming here for the lockdown because she didn't want to be by herself. Which means that Nan babysits now for Sierra. I think she got a good deal, to be honest with you. But then my son, he, my son lives with his other half, and they've got two kids, but they live in a first story flat. The kids were going crazy. So what's happened is Chloe's moved in here with us, and my son and daughter-in-law and their two kids have moved into Chloe's house because she's got a house and it's got a good size yard on it with a little patio and things like that. So it's kind of been musical houses for us through the lockdown. Right, I'm going to go anyway. I'll speak to you all soon. Take care of yourselves and stay safe. Above all, stay safe. It might be a pain, this social distancing and staying away from each other, but you know, they might say it hits older people more, but if you look at the graph, it's not that much more. So stay safe, look after yourselves, keep your family safe, video call them, and I'll speak to you all again soon. And hopefully, I can get Ewan on Sunday. Unpronounceable names. Love you lots. Take care. Bye.